Yo, here we go. Boom. We are here. We are ready. Let's get it. Well, we just had a closure above there, but very low volume closure, so stayed away, but we're still pumping anyway. So if you checked out the analysis, it worked out perfectly. However, entry wasn't quite there for me, but it is what it is. We'll wait for a few people to join and then we will get on with some analysis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Gonna get up the gold funded 50k. Don't need that, don't need that. Trade on this today. Also try to recover the 100k. Go for 1.6. Yeah. Weak volume closure above, as you can see, we're starting to reject now, so glad we stayed out of that one. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Look where we tapped into as well. Exactly at these rejection wicks, which was why we had a TP1 there. Welcome guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'll get on with some analysis in a second, guys. Just wait for a few more to join. We're chill for now. Right guys. Got a few in here now, so let me do the analysis at the beginning of the stream. So you may or may not have already seen the analysis in the Cruise FX Discord, which if you're not in there, the link is in the description, completely free. But coming over to the daily, we can start with the weekly. Obviously, weekly we've already created a nice bottom wick, and then flip bullish to continue on bullish would make most sense. But I don't like this no bottom wick on the weekly, so I would expect that to come get taken at some point. However, coming over to the daily, now why was today a bit more tricky to get a bias at the beginning of the day? Because if you look at the previous daily, look what happened. We made an upper wick, we made a lower wick. Did we break the previous high? No. Could we break the previous low? No. When this happens and you fail to break the previous high or low, it makes it very, very indecisive for the next daily candle, or any candle in that fact. Of course, it's nice that we're pushing bullish so far in the daily, so if we can continue to push bullish, that would be the favoured option, as we are overall very bullish. You can see on the uptrend, like so. So the favoured at the moment for gold is always going to be buys, but of course we have to react to what the market shows you. And when you have indecisiveness in the market, like yesterday on yesterday's candle, you can't predict which way this current candle is going to go. That's when you use the lower time frames, go to the 4 hour, the hourly, the half an hour, and the 15 minute. Mark out your zones, and then determine your bias from there when you get specific closures in certain areas over key levels. Now, come over to the 4 hour, just like I said on the analysis and the Cruise FX analysis, making very, very nice high highs and high lows within these 4 hours. I really liked how we finished this previous 4 hour, had really nice volume closure, and then we made a nice lower wick and broke the previous 4 hour high. With these clean candles to the left hand side, I would expect price to at least continue up onto this resistance on the 4 hour. And with volume continue up into the next resistance, because we've got more clean candles, and then again more clean candles come to the next resistance, and then again more clean candles come to the next resistance. So these are obviously our key areas on the higher time frame. So we have got really nice market structure. We can continue up on bullish. Come down to the hourly. Hourly was a bit tricky on this run up. We got a nice trade in the run up, which I'll show you in a 15 minute in a minute. 15 minute in a minute. As you can see, big volume, big body, smaller body, lower volume, and then decrease in volume again, and lower body on this candle here. So you would expect to pull back at this point, but of course, gold being gold, we continue up on bullish. But we are rejecting at this point, so hopefully we can have some sort of retracement. On the half an hour, again, we had this nice resistance, nice support. I'll come down to 15 minutes to show you here. So this is my most recent resistance at 3024. And then we had this nice wick fill to the left hand side. And then this previous support to fill the resistance, to fill the rest of the clean candles. And then TP3 is really, really lovely because we've got these clean candles are really, really nice. This is a nice, really nice range above there as well, 48 pips. So we'll expect price to continue up to fill that range if we do continue up on bullish. We did have a closure above, of course, on this candle here, but extremely, extremely low volume. And the next candle, again, very low volume, way below the daily average. So really not expecting, wasn't expecting the further push up there, but as you can see, we are starting to reject. So we may just have to tighten our position up there using this as a new resistance. We've got like 4 minutes for this candle closes. So what we'll do is use this as a new resistance, which is perfect. TP1 at the rest of the clean range. TP2 can still make sense there if we've got reactive prices reacted off this point before in the history in the past, or we can just adjust it, go up to the top of that range, TP3 and then TP2 at these candles here. So yeah, slightly bigger range now. Here you can see it's not actually that big, it's like 50-60 pips, so if we can just hold this resistance, we've got a new range, which will be lovely. We do it, yes, again, we have our most recent support at this level here. However, why have I put my sell zone at the bottom of these wicks? Because we've got 1, 2, 3 rejection wicks. I don't like these at all. I want to see a closure below that area, or at least anywhere within this area here. I want it to get below that rejection area if we're going to consider sells. I normally go down to the 5 minute and just tighten that up a little bit. So anywhere within this kind of area. But yeah, that's the stage is set. We're looking at a reverse MC play here, but we've only got look at the time. So we just broke the previous low. So normally I quite like this position for the sells, but we've only got 2 minutes left on the candle, so not interested. Not interested. Yeah, stage is set, guys. We're holding this resistance here, which is nice. Volume is picking up a little bit. I don't believe we actually don't have any news today, which is really nice. No news, no news. So that's really nice for us, no news, nothing to worry about there. But yeah, we stay patient now. We've got a nice new range. And I'll have some lunch. What's on the menu? Chicken and pasta. Cooked it last night. Save some for lunch. Volume is picking up, which is really nice to see. Brad, dude, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh yeah, I forgot to go over this morning's trade that we took, the market cruiser, which is really nice. It's actually based off the half an hour / 15 minute, which is just here. So initial trade was off the half an hour stops. As you can see, we broke the previous low of the previous candle, which is really nice, then proceeded to break the previous high. That was my entry. As soon as we ran into some nice profits, I tightened my stops up to the current candle low on the 15 minute. As you can see on the previous 15 minute, we had a really nice liquidity sweep as well. And as soon as we broke the half an hour high, I was tempted to do the 15 minute, but it was a half an hour trade, so broke the previous half an hour high. I did want to hold my trade for a bit longer, but got to about 15 pips, secured some partials, went to break even, and then unfortunately got tapped out on the runners. I left a nice 30% runner today, been a bit more brave there, but was tapped out before we had a bit more of a further push up. But that's okay, that was the trade. So yeah, nice trade this morning. And that puts us on after we've had like, where is it? Oh, I've closed it. Oh no, it's over there. Let me grab that over here. Journal. Obviously, last couple of weeks has been a bit, well, it's been up and down, right? So it's been about break even, a little bit of losses on some accounts. We had the 4 losses, 2 wins, another loss, then like 7 wins, loss, win, 2 losses, a few wins, a few losses. Now, again, back to 4 win streak, much better head. You know, things can happen in life, like where you have some personal issues and can affect your trading. Evidently, it has. But the markets haven't been too great the past couple of weeks, but we're back. We're back. So yeah, but we were up to about an 80% win rate, but it's dropped down to about 75.76. That's nice. It was a 100th win this morning, so that's good stuff. But yeah, hopefully we can carry on this good form. We've got three smaller funded accounts. Hopefully we can secure one of these bigger accounts in the next few weeks. I've got this 50k, which is 2.5% up. 100k is around break even now. The other 100k is a little bit down. What else have we got? I think that's everything, to be honest. But yeah, the small funded accounts are nice. They keep me ticking by, allow me to be a full-time trader. But you know, I need to get one of these bigger ones secured. And I've had them for a bit now, so yeah. You're amazing on Insta, a great quality trader, but I'm really the only one watching. I don't believe it. YouTube says one watching. Good mate, hope you're well, man. Oh, in London, good job. Yeah, man. What? I started YouTube only 3 weeks ago, and the first week was a struggle, really. We had a few wins and then like 5 losses, and that's not in my character at all. We have a high win rate, and as you saw, I just showed you the journal with them 4 losses in a row. Whether that's down to YouTube pressure or not, I've never done it before, so it's a really brand new thing for me. So I had a week off, and we were getting about 20 concurrent viewers, about 100 overall views on the live. But of course we had a bad week, so you know, some people stick around, some people decide not to stick around because you've had a few losses. But you know, the overall progress, you have a few losses like I just showed you on, like we had these 3 losses here which were on YouTube live. They happen. So yeah, once you get losses, some people do tend to just drop off, but when you start winning again, people will come. It's just game's the game, I guess. That's what happens on social media. But the real traders know that looking at all these results, right? Win, 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 loss, win, win, win. Like, they're the overall results. That's what's going to continue to happen over time. But in the moment, unfortunately, people do drop off when you get a few losses. But it is what it is. I'm here to help the real traders, the real community, show through honesty and transparency of trading, not any silly stuff on social media. We do it the honest way. In London though, that's cool, man. I am currently like down by Brighton. Don't know if you know Seaford, but yeah, it's like half an hour away from Brighton, right on the coast. Whereabouts in London? Thanks for analysis this morning, just now. Keen for high highs, love a runner, but not in this time up, unfortunately. Yeah, it is what it is. They have. Sometimes you get a nice runner, sometimes you don't. Like the Asian range, the current trading view. Yeah, it's nice. It's the Asian range Nico 948. I was tempted by these sells, but I'm just going to use this as a new range as we are quite bullish. Obviously, it was a nice reverse MC play, but the previous high and the low, and it happened on the half an hour as well. So not a bad sell, but we're so bullish at the moment, so just we're happy to just use this as our range and wait for our closure. People are fickle, yeah. Could be a quiet day until US Open. Yeah, we've got US Open in about 10 minutes, right? New York Open, sorry. Be here for duration, eat your lunch, bro, yeah. I tried to have my lunch a little bit early because I have to have it on stream. Otherwise I'll go so hungry. South London. Oh, Clapham, nice one. I actually went to I had to go to Clapham a lot, so when I was going home from when I was at uni. Don't know how long ago that was now. 6-7 years. But I went to uni at Kingston University, so when I was travelling back home, I'd always have to get the link to Clapham. Have number 6 watching, yeah, they're growing. think problem we do have as well streaming New York is obviously it's a better time to stream. There's more people, but more volume. Captain Concept has glory, yeah. Get your lunch, catch you a bit. Alright, no worries, man. Would have been a nice sell. Not bad. Could have taken it, but just didn't. Wait for a nicer setup. It's hard when you take a counter trend trade, and it's very hard to get a daily bias at the moment with not breaking the previous high or low, like I said at the beginning with the analysis. So taking a counter trade, obviously the trend at the moment is bullish. So taking a counter trend trade, it's a nice setup, but it's a counter trend trade at the moment. With what we've got so far during London, yeah, it would have been stopped out break even anyway. But it was nice how we took the previous highs and then took the previous lows for the previous candle. Higher volume, so yeah, the move down was quite nice for a little scalp, but I wanted to hold my positions a bit longer at the moment. So 15 pips would have gone break even, stopped out break even. Might have got some partials. Mitz man, morning. Sorry man, I missed your message there. Good morning, or good afternoon, nearly in 5 minutes for me. No trades on the stream. No, you haven't missed anything on the stream. I took one this morning with Market Cruiser Group. These buys off the half an hour. Took these buys. Well, initially it was a half an hour trade, right? I took the buys that break the previous wick, broke the previous low, broke the previous high where I entered. As soon as we went into some nice profits though, I moved my stops. It was pretty quick, to be honest. Just a tight, like 12 pip stop, and then continue running up. Scored about 15 pips. Stops to break even. I left a nice healthy runner, but got stopped out on the runner. But it's what it is. It's come back down now. It's quite nice. 4 minutes to its candle closure. Really nice push. Yeah, nice solid 20 pips to be fair. That was a nice trade. Again, I would have got stopped out at break even, but we'll find a cleaner trade. 3 minutes till this candle closes. So we've got this nice new range now. We've got New York open in 4 minutes, so we should get some nice volume. Wait for a candle to close outside of our range. Bits, man. Nice catch. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Managed to record it, so it will be on my Instagram reels tonight, and YouTube and TikTok. Haven't done as much content recently on the socials. Done some, but I want to get something out every day at least, if there's a trade, of course. But it's so hard to do. I do everything myself, so do all my content myself, do all my trading myself, obviously. Run all my groups myself. I run my course, my mentorship myself. Record the videos myself. Edit the videos myself. Do all the editing for that. Upload it all myself. So it's quite time consuming in the end. So sometimes I just need to take a little break. 1 minute to a candle closure. Looks like we're close right in this rejection area. Again, I want to see a closure below that ideally. 4 hour is now flipping bearish. So if we get a candle to close below this area, right? Below here. And then I'd like to see like a small bearish candle. Bullish, sorry. Followed by a nice MC play. If we can get the closure below, small bearish candle, bullish candle. And if it is true that we're going to carry on, continue bearish with these high volume bearish candle closures, we may see a nice wick up and then to continue push down. If we may see a reverse MC play, we may see a normal MC play, so we can determine that. So we may get something like this. This needs to be red though. So something like that. So we get the closure below, small bullish candle, and we take out the previous high. And as we come back down, take out the previous low, that could be our entry to continue on down, continue bearish with these clean candles to the left hand side. So that would be the plan if we can get that closure. But yeah, a nice high volume closure there after half an hour as well. New York open now as well. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you just joined, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're currently just waiting for a candle to close outside of our most recent range. We started picking up volume now. New York open volume is picking up massively again. So we'll rewind it like 5 minutes. I'll just show you the plan that we've got if we can get this candle to close below this area for continuation sells. Hopefully get the candle close below, followed by a weak bullish candle, and then the continuation sells. If we get the right candlestick structure. I don't think I can eat anymore. I think I've overloaded here. Definitely overcooked. Oh man. Just got the water on me, the condensation on the lid from the microwave, and all the water just splashed over my leg. Got some crisps, so it might be a bit annoying. I'll mute my mic while I eat these so I don't annoy anyone. Okay. Just wipe my hands. Don't want to get grubby hands. So, obviously we're still pushing down. I don't want to take the sell as obviously we're right at this rejection area. And we just move 60 pips. Nice volume, but yeah, we'll see how we react. Taking a step at rejection area is pretty suicide. Obviously the volume was on the side, but still get a nice move. We can continue to close below our sell zone, our key level. But not FOMOing into anything, just staying patient. If it feels the whole range in this one candle, this is where a lot of people go wrong. They try and just jump in the move. If it feels the whole range with that one candle, so be it. The move's gone. That happens. The move started up here. This is where I should vent it really. It was just a bit riskier with the big uptrend that we've had during London. We had the nice reverse MC play. Didn't take that position, that's okay. So just waiting for a candle to close outside of our new range. If the whole move goes, that's fine. Patience pays. We've got 52 minutes till this 4-hour candle closes. Just going to wait for this candle to close, see if we can still get that small bullish candle followed by an MC play. Trade's idea to fill the rest of this range is still valid. We've still got a lovely clean range. Loads of clean candles still. We've got another 65 pips. To wait for the candle to close. Anything can happen. We can have a divergence candle. We can have a rejection. We could close back in the range. We could have a fake out. You always have to just wait for the candle to close. Then react to what the market is showing you. Be fluid in the markets. Until then, just chill. Sit on your hands. Do, do. Five minutes till this candle closes. We have a nice closure below the range. Volume is picking up still, which is really nice to see. Need to wait for a bullish candle to form. We've moved way too far bearish to impulse any sales at this point. Yeah, really nice on the volume, really nice. If anyone did catch these sales at the top, did anyone catch these sales at the top with the reverse MC play? Really nice. Fortunately, it happened on the very candle as well. The reverse MC play. I was doing the analysis as soon as I came onto stream, but wasn't really ready to take that. In the big bullish uptrend. But missing moves is fine, it happens. You can just take advantage. If you miss a move, you can take advantage off the back of it. Now we've created these really nice clean candles, right? And we've still got clean candles to the left hand side. Just wait for a new support to form, and we can react off of that. At least we have no news today. No news to worry about getting in our way. Do do do. Still pumping down. Massive, massive volume. No FOMOs here though, staying patient. And if the worst comes to the worst, we do clean out this range, you just wait for a new smaller range to form, and then you wait for the closure after that. It's totally fine missing moves. Look, we've created lively clean candles. You can wait for a new support to form, new resistance to form. You may range for a little bit. And then because you've created these new clean candles, if we get a candle to close above the small mini range, indicates that we're going to continue up on bullish. If you get a candle to close below the smaller mini range, we've still got these clean candles to the left, indicates you're going to continue on bearish. So if you miss a move, it's just don't stress about it. Wait for the new range and react off of that. What a push, what a push. Hoping some of the market crews or cruise effects gang may have got this reverse empty play. I may check the Discord to see if anyone got that. Oh, someone did mention it, Matty did mention it. Right, 25 seconds, so it's kind of closes. Very, very, very high volume. How big of a wick we're going to leave. Ooh, big wick. So now we've got this candle closure below the range that we're talking about. We very, very high volume, very big wick left. Potentially a divergence candle, we'll see. But yeah, I'd rather wait to see how we form on this candle now. We'll get a weak bullish candle, perhaps with continuation sells. But it does look like a divergence candle with the big wick left. But nothing too clear cut at the moment. Staying patient. Got the candle closure below, now we see how the next candle reacts. Just didn't like how we left that big wick, making me think it's a divergence candle. Do 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 do. Staying patient for now, guys. That's all we can do. Candle closure below, big wick left. So we wait to see what the next candle prints. 23 pips wick left on that candle. So it's ideal. We need to wait for the next candle to close. I like that that edit, that graphics nice. You shall pass. Funding Frontier. Gandalf from the Lord of the Rings. You shall pass. You shall pass. With our industry low profit targets. Don't know if you can see that or not. It's a cool edit though. It's a cool graphic. I like it. Can you see that? I don't know. Let's see if you can see that. Any Lord of the Rings fans? Oh, you can. Come on, let's get a nice setup on the stream. I want to get a nice setup, get the winds rolling. But all we can do is stay patient till that comes along. Yeah, so we're just going to wait for this candle to close, see how we close. Ideally we get like a nice weak bullish candle. But even so, we'll just wait to see how it closes. Taking a trade with a 25 pip wick at the break of the previous wick to continue down. It's pretty suicide, so. Emails at the moment? Don't think so. So guys, I've been watching for a little bit US 30. Always interested to see how that reacts, how that plays out. Oh, what a beautiful move that was there, 11. So I'm going to keep an eye on US 30 to see how it moves. You probably, to learn a new pair, you're going to have to watch it for like 3 to 6 months. You can't just jump into a new pair, so just always very curious about US 30. Seems to move. It's obviously a bit more erratic than gold during New York, but it does have some nice moves. Like here, we had the breakout, weak bearish candle, then we had this nice. Why has it just done that? Click the wrong tool, must have. We broke the previous low and then broke the previous high, which is really nice to continue up on bullish. Clean candles to the left hand side. So yeah, it moves in a nice way. You can get some nice setups of that. So I'm going to keep an eye on that US 30, I think. GJ. I haven't traded GJ in years now. Just look at it. It's rubbish. 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 Price action is just not the same. What's Bitcoin up to as well these days? No, it's not Bitcoin, is it? Oh, it's not the right one. That's Bitcoin, 87k. It's making a little bit of a comeback to 100 daily. Close above that previous resistance. It can continue up and bullish. What's the weekly saying? Do, 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 do. Still pushing down on gold. Wow. Is what it is, guys. Like we said a minute ago, if we get the candle closure below and it continues on bearish, it happens. And if you miss a move, it happens. But we're creating clean candles and that's fine. But, you know, when you leave a wick of 27 pips, it's just suicide to take the trade. Gold doing gold things. Just to stay patient, wait for us up. That's all it is. So the people that entered this trade, right, on the sales that break the previous wick low, because they're FOMOing, they're like, oh, there's a closure below, even though there's a big old wick left and we've already moved over 100 pips. They entered the trade, may have got about 10 pips, and now they're in drawdown because they FOMO'd. Let's see how we close here. If we close like a week bearish with higher volume, we might have a divergence candle on our hands to continue up on bullish. We'll see. We'll see. All we can do is wait and see. You may get a divergence candle here. Four minutes to a candle closure. Oh, I have to sit like this because I cross my legs and open my legs. I've got a tear in my groin. I've got a muscle injury, so just sit awkwardly all the time so it doesn't stretch it out too much. Any nice trades from anyone this morning during the London session? Obviously, you know I caught this move this morning. which is nice. I had stops below the previous candle, which is the previous half an hour, current half an hour, and then just to quickly mitigate the risk, putting a stops below current. Got a nice 15 pips there, so that was pretty nice. I had nice runners, but stopped out a break even before it continued up. This is what it is. But got a nice slice, 15 pips. I'll take that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. $57 MC play trades taken, 85% win rate. As you can see, I've just kind of diverted a lot more into MC plays. It's just the highest win rate, so makes sense to take your most probable setups. 4 wins in a row now, which is nice after a rough couple of weeks. When I say rough, it's not like the end of the world, but you know, when you take a few losses in a row like we had here, always hurts a little bit. And with 4 losses over here in a row, of course we had a nice recovery, but I took all these on one account, which is pretty rough, on the 100k actually, so it took it back down to about break even, just a little bit below. But we're nearly back, we're nearly back, we're nearly back. Looking like we're getting a potential divergence candle here. Oh, don't finish like that. We want a nice weaker. Potential divergence trade here, but I want to see the current candle to at least have a bottom wick. Oh, it's unfortunate if it doesn't get a bottom wick, I can't really enter the trade. You need to see a bottom wick. Best scenario would be if we took out the previous lows of half an hour and then continued to push up bullish. Absolute perfect out. Ideally on a divergence you do want to see a higher volume than the previous candle, but it's what it is. It's very high volume still. And if that candle breaks the previous, this is the, I wanted to take the buys right at the break of this previous wick for the divergence. At least get a nice easy come retest the breakout zone here. But if we don't have a bottom wick, I'm not taking the trade. Yeah, looks like it's going to break the previous wick high, guys. So I wanted to take these buys that break the previous wick. However, we've got no bottom wick. So if we've got no bottom wick, I'm not interested. Need to see a nice bottom wick first. So it is what it is. Just going to let that one go. It's not part of my plan. I need to see at least... When I say bottom wick, I just need to see a little something, you know? It's like just something like that. Just a little bottom wick. But this has no bottom wick. So at any given point, this can just come and collect that. The setup's nice. The divergence setup is nice, which I wanted to see. But we've got no bottom wick. And look, it's playing out okay now, but we've got no bottom wick, so I'm not going to be looking to risk that. It's about sticking to the plan, being disciplined with yourself. If you can't be disciplined and stick to your plan, then you won't be consistent. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 4 hour closes in 23 minutes. We'll have to reanalyze in a minute, guys. Of course, it was a nice trade here for the buys, but no bottom wick. It's not part of my plan. Nice 10 pips so far on the trade. Thanks for the guys that are leaving the like on the stream. I really appreciate that. It goes a long way for me. Just staying patient at this point. May create new support for a new range, but I'm just going to leave this here for now. Just so I can analyse it a bit better. Do want to see this come and collect a bottom wick at least at some point on this half hour for nicer structure. Man, I'm tired. What you will learn from staying here on these streams is a lot of patience and a lot of discipline, and only taking the best probable setups. See this rejection here? It's because we had no bottom wick, making it just really risky. Could be coming in some scrappy price action. If it closes anything like this, it's gonna look real scrappy. Yeah, this is not very nice price action here. Very scrappy. Just have to wait, guys. We're just gonna have to wait a little bit. Do. 16 minutes, we'll see what its 4 hour close is like. I mean, yes, we're getting a strong bullish closure here. Bit slightly lower volume, but again, we've got no bottom wick, and this no bottom wick is no bottom wick on the half an hour. So all we can do is wait. At any given point, this can come and get collected. I do want to see this come and get collected for nicer candlestick structure going forward. Close anything like this on the hourly, it's quite nice. We've got a nice divergence candle on the hourly, very high volume. If we close weak, to continue up and bullish, but again, we see what we close like. It's always about just prepping little plans in your head, like what ifs, what could happen. Always putting different dilemmas in your head, different situations. But the main thing is you react to what the market shows you. Yeah, not the strongest closure. Hopefully this comes and collects the no bottom wick on the half an hour now. Come and see that get taken out first, and then we can use this as a new support. Just readjust these now. We've still got a clean candle to the downside, right? So if we can continue to close below that area, perhaps. Then we've got just a bigger range at the moment, so we just have to wait for cleaner candles. Just having to wait. Paid to wait. What do you guys do in your pastime when you're waiting for a trade or setup? What do you do? What do you like to do? Play games or watch TV, anything? Most of the time I just see myself scrolling through my phone, but chilling, watching something. Anything different anyone does? Working maybe? Well, we slowed right down on the old movement, which is why I don't just take random trades that break a previous wick. Secretly saying that so I jinx it so we can actually get some movement. Yay, movement, let's go. Well, I still want to see this half an hour come and collect that bottom wick. Not gonna. So the divergence played out nicely, but because we had no bottom wick, there's just no entry. So these times can really frustrate people. They can frustrate the trader, so you try and enter a trade anyway. But if your plan is to have a bottom wick first before entering the trade, then don't enter the trade. Show discipline, show patience, and then the consistent results will come. If you're thinking I'm going to enter this trade this time because of whatever, because of FOMO, then you'll start to see inconsistent results. So more of the story is stick to your plan. Bigger and better things will come when you're disciplined. Because like the setup played out right, which is really nice. The divergence candle, nice buys. The setup was really nice, which is nice to see. But part of my plan is to wait for at least a small bottom wick first. At least just a small bottom wick, even a little, you know, a bit of a stub or whatever. We didn't have nothing, no bottom wick. That's what I want to see first, because at any given point that can come and get collected, right? On this occasion, it hasn't so far, and that is what it is. But this then puts in a trader's head, maybe less experienced trader or someone that's not quite funded yet or trying to get more capital, puts in their head, oh, maybe they do work out. They do work out when they have no bottom wick. So then you come to do it again, and the next 10 times you do that same trade, you're like, oh, it only worked out 3 out of 10 times. 7 times I lost. Therefore, the markets have got you because you haven't stayed disciplined to your plan. Look at that push. Oh man, the setup was really nice, but again, wasn't part of the plan. No bottom wick, not part of the plan. But yeah, really, really nice. Staying patient though, that's all we can do. Nice divergence buys, but again, no bottom wick, so I didn't take it. Christian, what is C if this 1 hour closes bullish? Next hand will go up because of bullish momentum and huge rejection. We see, because obviously we have this resistance right here, and we still have no bottom wick on his 30 minutes, so it could come and collect that at any given point. But we'll see, because you need clean range, right? And especially if you're taking this hourly trade, the only problem you have is a 94 pip stop loss at the break of that previous wick. We'll see, because also this 4 hours about to close very weak bullish, so to continue up could be quite tricky. But again, we just have to wait and see it. Well, for 15 minute, we've got our range at the moment here. So we'll see when we can get a candle to close outside the range. But I know what you're thinking, and I like your thinking, which is good thinking. A potential rejection. We just have to see how we close here. But yeah, looking at this 4 hour is real tough. Real tough. Look at this. Right at open price. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for this range. We can get an MC play. If we can get like a small bullish candle, small bearish candle here, then an MC play to continue up, that would be ideal. That would be cool. I'd be happy with that, because then it would coincide with the 1 hour rejection. So if we get like a small bearish candle here, followed by this, would be ideal. This would be ideal. Something like that, that would be really nice. Small bearish candle followed by break of the previous wick here to continue up bullish. I wouldn't mind that. But now we just have to be really wary. This 4 hour closure is disgusting. Really, really, really hate that 4 hour closure. It is awful. Look at this, just a really weak bullish. Higher volume, but very, very tiny, tiny body. Very, very difficult. So we see. We'll just see what we get printed. Lower volume on that previous 15-minute candle closure as well, so hopefully we'll expect to see some sort of rejection here. 4 hours telling me one thing, that we had a weak bullish closure, so then we drive down, and then you look at the hourly, see a rejection, looks like we're going to drive up. Half an hour's whatever, still no bottom wick on that previous half an hour. I want to see that get collected. Lower volume on the 15 minutes, so you've got conflicting time frames, right? When you have conflicting time frames, best just to stay away. We'll wait for our closure or a clean setup. London's been pretty nice recently, to be fair, giving us some nice clean setups in easy direction. New York's been a bit more tricky, I think. Let me have a look at my last 4 trades on the journal. Yeah, look at that. Well, we had New York there, and then last 3 trades, London, London, London. London's been pretty clean, but look at the majority of my trades. Goes through phases, look. New York, like 10 trades, then 4 trades, London. All of them in New York at the beginning. Bit of dust on my screen, refuses to get off. Has anyone got any nice plans for the rest of the day after the trading day? Doing anything nice this evening? That previous 4 hour is bugging me. It's just such a horrible closure. See how we react here, you know, on the half an hour. We've had a half an hour fake out, 1 hour rejection. We've broke the previous highs now. I don't like it because of this 4 hour closure. It's the start of the 4 hour candle, but if we now come back down, break our own lows and then re-break the highs, might be a nice idea with the half an hour fake out. It's just real tough on the 15 here as well. We've just travelled 70 pips in one direction, so I'd rather see a small bearish candle than an MC play like we talked about. I'm just going to pop to the toilet quickly, guys. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Right, guys, I was watching this on my phone. Lost on the toilet. Just waiting for a nice clean setup now. We need to see a nice clean setup. Coming right up to our resistance now, 40 seconds left. Volume's picking up again. If we get a weak bearish closure here, then an impulse buys, then I'll love it. Let's see. Right, let's see if we can get a weak bearish closure out this resistance now after this big push, and look at the 1 hour. We are going to continue up on bullish. That's going to have to be the plan. But again, we just tapped into that resistance now. Still in our range, straight down, straight up. We'll see what we get. In the meantime, I'll just play a game on my phone or something. Sorry about that, guys. Just doing a quick voice note. As you can see, look, next candle dumping down. So yeah, just still be patient. Ooh, I'm tired today. Staying patient. Again, this 4 hour, look at it. Ooh, pushing bearish now. It's just so horrible, that previous 4 hour closure. Really hard to determine, but we've got a nice range. If this creates a new resistance, so be it. Essentially, the fake out worked. Again, no bottom wicks, wasn't interested, but I didn't like that. But the fake out worked. We've closed back in with this half an hour range here. Closed back in, and the probability of a fake out is a high probability that you're going to retest and clean the rest of the range out, right? That's what we did. We tapped into it perfectly. Now there is also a good probability that you carry on in the other direction. We haven't quite done that yet, but as you can see, it did fill the rest of that range. Now the range was only 13 pips or so, which is why another reason why we left that, but the hourly setup was really nice. Yeah, has anyone got any questions at all as well? Doesn't have to be about trading, it can be about psychology, or it can be about anything. It could be about life, trading, setups, psychology.
Are you ready?
My guy, you can't.
This is one patient stream. We've been on stream for 2 hours and 5 minutes. No trade yet. Just staying patient. We've had some movement, but no clean setup. Could play a 10-minute thing on my phone, so then that'll be just in time for this candle closure. Guys, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like the channel as well. the stream. Sorry, subscribe to the channel, like the stream. And if you are new here and you're not part of the Discord, then there is a free Cruise Effects Discord that is brand new created. So make sure you join that. Analysis posted every day. Got the community chat and everything in there. Need to get it more active and hype it up a bit. But yeah, big things to come. Do. 3 minutes to this candle closes. Still within the range at the resistance. See how the half an hour is going to close as well. Weak bullish. Let's see. Might be able to get an MC play on the next candle on the half an hour here. You're very weak. Wow. So looks like we're getting a bullish divergence candle on the half an hour. Hourly, I would like that to continue pushing up because of the rejection. 15 minutes still within the range. So again, conflicting. But hopefully we can get something on this next couple of candles. Well, we're closing a bit weaker now. That's nice. 12 seconds till this candle closes. It's closing nice, a week bearish at this point. The problem I have at the moment is the half an hour, but if we can take the previous half an hour low and then continue up on bullish, I'll like that. Oh, that closed a bit stronger than I liked on the... It's weak, very weak on the half an hour, but higher volume. No bottom wick. 0 bottom wick so far on the 15. Do, 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 do. So you've got no bottom wick on the 15-minute. So it's just there's no trade. Need a bottom wick before this impulse. Or I wanted to see at least take out the previous low to then continue up. It's just not giving us an entry today. Who's that? Serafia. Hey bro, good to see you, man. How you doing? How are you doing? I like the setup with the weak bearish candle at resistance, but no bottom wick on the 15 at the moment. Do 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 do. If it goes, it goes. It's got no bottom wick. Nothing I can do. We've had no bottom wick down here on this entry for this position on a divergence candle, and then this nice weak bearish candle at resistance with no bottom wick again. Someone at the door or not? I'll have to mute my mic and whilst they're barking, it's crazy. Okay, they've stopped. Wow, still pushing, no bottom wick, guys. What a day it's been. What a day it's been. What a day it has been. No bottom wick on this half an hour. Crazy. Well, hourly setup was nice, but just getting an entry on the lower time frames just wasn't happening for us today. Again, like we said, we like to set up with the weak bearish candle resistance. It's now gone 30 pips. Wow. Not a lot we can do about that, guys, with the no bottom wick. Again, the plan is I just need to see, with these impulse entries, I just need to see like a tiny, with the impulse entries, ideally you just want to see a little wick like this. At minimum. Can you see that? Just a little bottom wick. Essentially we've created the wick on the previous 15, right? But even just on these impulse entries, just want to see a little bottom wick. But with no bottom wick, that's just far too risky. No bottom wick here, no bottom wick here, straight drive. Previous 4-hour candle, very weak bullish. Yeah, it's just very tricky New York session, really. Very tricky New York session. Put that in the old market cruiser chat. Yeah, well, with that said, guys, I am going to call that a day on the stream. We've been on for 2.5 hours now. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get a setup. There was a couple of nice setups here on the way up, but we had no bottom wick. We had the divergence set up here, which would have been nice, and then we had this weak bearish candle at resistance set up. Again, two nice setups, but what we didn't have was any bottom wick, zero bottom wick. And there was quite conflicting time frames today, especially like on this 4-hour. This 4-hour closing weak bullish, very small body. You'd expect price to continue on down. So that was conflicting, but then you look over to the hourly, you see a big rejection, which would suggest that we continue on bullish. The half-an-hour fake out, great. Then we had the nice divergence candle on the 15, telling us, yeah, we are going to continue up, but we had no bottom wick, so that could come and get collected at any given point. So yeah, but lots of patience, guys. That's how we trade. We wait for the best possible setups early. We wait for the best possible setups only. If there's a setup where there's a couple of red flags in there, then we don't take the trade. And that's what it is. On a different day, we have a tiny bottom wick over here, and we have a tiny bottom wick over here, and we've caught two lovely trades. But unfortunately today, we didn't get that, but that's part of the plan, and that's what the rules are there for a reason. But thanks for turning up, guys. Brad, good session, mate. Appreciate your skills, dude. Catch you next time. Yeah, really appreciate you turning up, Murray. Really appreciate all the OGs turning up as well. Like the loyal ones are really good to see. Really nice community. Yeah, we go again tomorrow, guys. See you same time tomorrow. Obviously, of course, get in Discord as well if you want to. I'll continue some analysis, or if you want to put anything in the chat about further candles off stream, I'll try my best to get in there as well. But yeah, for now, guys, peace out. I'll see you tomorrow.